Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode on Motivation for Life. Transformative, uplifting, life changing. I am your host, Bobby Joe. First of all, I would like to give God thanks for today, for another opportunity to be able to share with each one of you. I would like to thank all those who have already liked, who have already subscribed, who have already shared my videos. I appreciate you all. Thank you for your continued support. To God be the glory. Great things He hath done. Another day I am here, you know, with this great privilege to be able to share with you on this platform. Now, today it's gonna be a spontaneous word. I don't know how long it will be, how short it will be, but I know once God is in it, then it makes all the difference. You know, when I consider what God has done for me, when I consider how far He has brought me from, it makes me want to continue to serve Him. It makes me want to continue to live so that He can be pleased. God has done so much for me. I am a walking testimony of God's love, God's mercies, God's forgiveness, God's grace, God's kindness. I am a walking testimony, and I am sure all of you on this platform, who may be viewing, can actually testify of God's goodness, God's greatness towards you. I know that there are persons out there who do not believe that God exists, but even those persons, God has done something for them. They might not recognize it. They might not, believe that, that God did it. But guess what? God is in control. He's self-existing. And it's because of Him why we are here, why we are alive, you know. And so I encourage you all to hold on to God's unchanging hands. I know that there are many persons out there who are facing a myriad of challenges, whether it be financial, whether it be, psychological, whatever your issues are, whatever your challenges are. I want you to know that, you know, you're not alone and that God has not forgotten you and that God will see you through, through your trying times, through your situations, through your circumstance. Another thing I want to implore, not just you, but I'm talking to myself as well, because each word I give to you, you know, so many times it's a word that I can use to encourage myself as well. So many things are happening in the world today, so many things. I want us not to lose focus, not to lose sight of the goal, not to lose sight of our purpose, our God given purpose. We have a calling, we have a purpose on our life. God placed us here on this earth to make a difference. And so I don't want us to lose sight or lose focus of that purpose. There's so many distractions out there, but don't forget who you are. Don't forget who God has called you to be, and realize and recognize that you don't have to blend in. God did not create you to blend in, He created you to stand out. So I encourage you, to hold on to God's unchanging hands. Don't give up. I encourage the youths, don't give up. Hold on to God's unchanging hands. I know that there are many things out there to entice young people, many things, many pleasurable things. But we can live for God. We can live above sin. And so I encourage you all just to, don't give up, don't backslide, you know just hold on to God's unchanging hands. And if it is that, you feel like you're on the verge to leave from the presence of the Lord, find someone who can, pray with you and fast with you and encourage you and strengthen you, because this is not the time, this is not the place to let go. We ought to push forward, for there is a race, you know, that we must run. There's a victory to be won. You know, I encourage each and every one of us to function in our God given purpose, to function in our God given capacity. Now, if you look at the human body, each part has its own function. Now, can you imagine if the hand starts doing what the trying to do what the function of the eyes, what chaos and what problem will have. I can imagine a world in which, each human being, each individual would function in the capacity, in the purpose that God has, you know called them to be in. I recognize that so many times we get carried away. It's good to emulate. Nothing is wrong with emulating. Nothing is wrong with having, heroes and, you would say, mentors, people who you look up to. But it's important to discover who God has called you to be and to function in that capacity. Not to try to be someone else, but to be yourself. And remember, you don't need to change to fit in. There are a lot of peer pressure out there, but you don't have to change who you are. Remember who God has called you to be. People will laugh at you when they see, the difference that, your difference. When they see your light, you will go through challenges, because guess what? You will look odd. You will look, out of the norm, but continue to be yourself and be who God has called you to be. Glory be to God. I pray that this word will touch lives, will transform lives. Arise. Let us arise to our purpose and calling in God, realizing that there are souls to rescue and there are souls to save. You know, just continue to hold strong in the Lord and in the power of His might. And let us just lean on Him, because He promises to lead us, on the best pathway for our lives. You know, you just embrace the process. It's not easy. There are myriad of challenges that we're facing, but let's hold on to God's unchanging hands. I pray that each and every one who watches this, video will be blessed immensely, and that you would have received a word, a word would have been deposited in your spirit. Hallelujah. So that you can continue to fight. It's not easy. The narrow road is not easy, but I encourage you to embrace your process, to embrace, the path that God has you on. And things not might not be going the way you planned it, or the way you saw it, or dreamed of it to be, but continue to hold on. Don't give up. thank you for tuning in another time on Motivation for Life, a channel that was created to impact lives globally. And when God is ready, He will bring about the increase. And so I just decree and declare blessings and strength, upon someone today. And not only that, that someone without who has not accepted God into their lives, that they will do so before the time of too late. God bless you all. God bless you all. Thank you for tuning in. And you know, I look forward to sharing with you another time, and as God would lead me. God bless you all today. Thank you once more for sharing, you know, in this moment, this special moment. Thanks for tuning in to Motivation for Life channel. Transformative, uplifting, life changing. God bless you all.